Hi guys, I'm Megan Brightwood and welcome to my channel, or if you're a returning viewer, then hi, nice to see you again. I'm so glad that you're back. And if you haven't already, certainly take a moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. I do post on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so there's been a lot of content going out, and if you don't want to miss anything, then that's going to be your best bet. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I don't think I've done anything like this on my channel before, but I'm going to be counting down 10 of my favorite patterns from a designer. So this particular designer is Alex Capshaw-Taylor, and all of her patterns are new to me. I've never knit anything from this designer, but she does have so many cute little boys sweater patterns. And I have a very hard time finding sweater patterns for my son Charlie, who will be 2 in August. I figured that some other knitters might be having that same problem, and these are so cute. There's actually a full ebook written by Alex Capshaw-Taylor called Little Man Knits, 22 grandpa-inspired designs for the little man in your life. And most of these designs are from that ebook. I did download it yesterday, so I took a little peek at them. And from what I can tell, her designs are piecewise constructed designs. So cardigans will have a front, 2 front portions, a back, sleeves, that kind of thing. There's seaming involved, which if you're not into that, then just, know that ahead of time, but they are so cute. So let's hop into this list of my top 10 favorite little boy designs by Alex Capshaw-Taylor. The first design that I want to talk about is the Ellenger shawl neck cardigan, and the only reason that I have this in my number 10 slot is because it is not part of the Little Man Knits ebook. It's a pattern on its own, but I think it's so pretty, and if you were interested in just trying out one pattern to see what you liked, this might be a good one to start with. So very pretty. It's got cables on both front panels and the back. It's also got a nice twist cable on the sleeves as well, plus some ridge designs on the back that are really pretty, very classic. I absolutely love this cardigan, and I think that the sample was probably knit with a little bit of mohair in there so that it's a little bit fuzzier. I did also see some of the other projects that were on the Ravelry page where they did not use a mohair type yarn, and they also look so classy. I really like this. And yeah, if you are interested in just trying out a pattern rather than downloading the whole ebook, or you're thinking about doing the ebook but want to try something first, this is probably a good one to start with. Number 9 is the East Fork Pullover, and this is a really pretty basic pullover pattern with some striping in it. I think that it uses 3 different colors in a gradient, but obviously you can change that up, so you could do whatever colors you want. I do really think that this gradient colorway is really pretty, and if I were to do that, I would probably go for something very similar to this. It has a nice denim sort of feel to it, which I think would be a really fun kind of look for a little boy. So yeah, love that one. Number 8 is the Forest Lake cardigan. This one is so pretty. It has cables absolutely everywhere. And I don't think that I've done any sort of cabled sweater for my son Charlie. I don't know that I've done a whole lot of cabling just in general recently. So this would be a really fun thing to do for him. Cables are one of those things that just gives it an automatic old-fashioned look, I think. Kind of that more Scandinavian old world sort of feel. So yeah, I love this. I think it's so pretty, and it would be a really fun project to do too, I bet. Number 7 is the Mansfield Hollow Pullover, and I love everything about this. So it has a shawl collar, which is a neckline that I really like for my son Charlie. It is a Henley as well, which I also like. And then it's got reverse stockinette, so it's not quite the same as a lot of sweaters. It gives it a little extra texture. Plus, it has some cabling just on the outer portion of the sleeves. So lots of visual interest there. It's really cool. The only thing that I would probably change for this particular pattern is the button that is on there, that bright red button. I'm not a big fan of that. I do think, and if I do this, I'm gonna have a hard time figuring this out. I'd either do just a classic kind of tortoiseshell button or a black button, or I think that this would be a good project for like a toggle, if you know what I mean. I think that'd be really pretty. So anyway, yeah. That is the Mansfield Hollow Pullover. Number 6 is the Granite Bay Pullover, and this reminds me a lot of a sweater that I'd actually purchased my daughter Evelyn a while back from Jamie Kay. Just a very classic ribbed sweater, and I think if I were to make this, I would make it out of a cotton yarn, which is what the sweater that I'd bought Evelyn was made out of. I just think that's a really nice feel for a sweater that looks like this. That's my own personal opinion. And I did also want to mention that it is also very similar to one that Pernille Larsen has designed from Knitting for Olive. However, this neckline is a little bit shorter, so it doesn't have that kind of funnel neck that the one from Pernille Larsen does. And because Pernille Larsen is, I think, a Danish designer, not all of her patterns are in English. So the one that would be most similar to this is a bulky version. So if that's something that you're interested in, I will link that pattern below. But the actual fingering weight version of Pernille Larsen's is, I think, in just Danish, maybe Danish, Norwegian, and German, not English, basically. So yeah, something to think about. I really like this though, and yeah, I would probably do it out of a cotton. Speaking of cotton, number 5 is the Cottonwood Hill Cardigan, and this one is so pretty. I think it would be a good intermediate sort of pattern, maybe beginner, adventurous beginner, but it has these kind of ribbed designs going down the back, but they travel, so it almost looks as if there's a tree on the back and then it carries through to the front as well, and the sleeves. So it's a very just, I don't know, basic but pretty sort of design. I love it. I think this one would be a really fun one as well. Number 4 is actually not a sweater pattern. It's instead a sock pattern. These are the Deep Creek socks, and I don't think that I have knit any socks for Charlie since he was not even born yet. I did the newborn sock pattern by Tabby Gandy, and I can link that below as well if you want to check it out. Very, very good pattern. It's got 2 different versions of it. It's got some cabling on one, and then it's just a ribbed sock pattern on the other. And then the other socks that I have knit for my kids, I don't remember the name of them. I can try to find it and link it below, but yeah, both of those socks were great. But Charlie has not had his own hand knit socks since he was itty bitty bitty. I think his socks were like that big. So yeah, I think he would really enjoy these. He really does enjoy hand knit things, so this might be a good option. Plus, they're so pretty. They've got just different sort of cables than I would expect on a toddler sort of sock pattern. So love that. Number 3 is the HarveyGab Cardigan, and this one has that same shawl collar that I really like. It's kind of got the same feel as the Cottonwood Hill cardigan, but instead of having ribbing that kind of goes down, it instead zigzags for kind of more of a playful look, and then it does also have some stockinette sleeves. So yeah, very fun, very energetic sort of looking sweater. So very interested in trying this one out as well. Number 2 is the Seneca Creek cardigan, and this one has a thermal texture all over it, and then it does also feature that shawl collar as well. This to me screams my son Charlie. So I know it's hard to kind of gauge what my kids are like because I don't really show them on camera much anymore, but he is a very serious little boy, very different from the free spirit of my daughter. But yeah, because this one is a little bit more mature, I think that he would probably gravitate towards this one more than pretty much any other sweater I've made him. Maybe not that Augustine cardigan, he really likes that one as well, but this one is gorgeous. I really like it. And can't you just picture going camping with a little boy wearing this cardigan? I think it's beautiful. Love it. So number 1 on my list from Alex Capshaw-Taylor are a pair of pants. I know, I would never have anticipated including a pair of pants in this list, but these are the Cedar Bluff jogger pants, and they are so cute. I love how they look on this little boy, and I think that they'd be really fun for just lounging around the house or as pajama pants. I think they'd be really fun. So yeah, I am fully planning on making these. So the next knitting update that I have something for my son in, it'll probably be these. I'm itching to cast these on. They are so cute. So anyway, so that is my list of top 10 favorite designs from Alex Capshaw-Taylor. Like I said, I have not knit any of these designs, so I don't know how they work out, but I am really excited to start working on them. So if you are interested, I can certainly do more top 10 lists on my favorite designers. If that's something you're interested in, let me know down in the description box down below, or comment section down below, and I will have all of the links to the patterns that I talked about down in the description box, so you can certainly check that out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, certainly give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!